Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of On the Block. I didn't have anything else after that. It just sounded very abrupt. On the Block with your host, co-host, McCrae Olson, and your vice host, Cameron Hurd. Cameron, my friend, how's it going?
Dude, that was the most professional intro you've probably done.
It was, except for when I broke it apart and had to make fun of myself quickly. No, I thought that was a really good one. Yeah, I'm not out of control tonight. I definitely have some drinks in me, and we're gonna get there. But yeah, I'm feeling very composed actually tonight. Just first time for everything.
Because there's a special announcement that'll be at the end.
Exactly. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I will have a special announcement at the end of the episode, so stay tuned. And make sure you guys get your questions ready. If you have any questions for us, make sure you start that right away, right now. Cameron, how's it been? What's been new since Thursday?
In my real life,
yeah,
just a lot of partying. Long Island's fucked me up. I went to a bar and it was like $5 Long Island's, and I spent $5.
You got it properly wasted.
Yeah.
Smart.
How about you?
Yeah, been nothing of note, I guess. I found out that Spencer's going to this Vegas bash.
Oh, is he?
Yes. Are you planning on going to this?
It's in the air for me.
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot of stuff in the air at the moment in that time frame. Like, I don't know if I'll have the vacation days, and I'm also trying to get promoted at work.
So you don't want to be fucking off again.
Yeah. So it will be a last minute thing, but I won't go to the LA part. I'd probably
I would just go. I'm going, if that's what I do, that's exactly it, where it's like, I don't know if I'll have the money, but looking at tickets today, at least the tickets I saw, I thought there were two ways, but it might be one way. What'd you say? Oh, yeah,
you can finally meet Deborah.
Exactly. Now, I think I want to go, but I just don't know if I have the money. I've got a little bit of debt, and now I'm trying to raise money for this charity thing. So, I mean, it's I don't know yet either. Again, speaking of the charity, if anyone wants to donate to JDRF and the Live to Give Foundation, you can always donate to that. I'll be over. Yep, thank you, Tim. You click that link, pay to it, event. You donate to me. I'm going to be playing in a Survivor type game, and then whoever, the further I go, the bigger piece of the pot I get. So pretty much, you guys know me. I'm going to go in there and pound ass. So
are you going to win money? Like your own?
I won't be winning money, but I'm playing for charity. So
what's your charity, man?
It's JDRF, Junior Diabetes Research Foundation.
Okay.
Yep. So you're donating to a good event.
Why that one?
Because my dad actually has diabetes, so I've had to deal with him having diabetes for all my life, I guess. It's not fun. It's not a fun thing, but you know what? Fucking let's make some money. Let's end it today. Elon Musk, Where you at, bitch? Where you at? Why don't you try to cure diabetes? You're making submarines, motherfucker.
He's making trains in Chicago.
He's calling motherfuckers
from O'Hare to downtown.
He's calling the dude that saved all those Thai kids. He called him a pedophile. He's like, that dude's probably a pedophile. Yeah, no joke. Dude, Elon Musk is a lunatic. Fuck that guy. Tell him fuck you by donating to my charity today. All right.
I don't want to go down this rabbit hole with you. I don't.
Oh, it's interesting. It's very fascinating. Okay, so where should we start? What are you thinking here?
So this episode was a good episode. Scotty becomes the HOH, and he voted against Chris. And I say Chris because that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah. But his logic for it wasn't sound, in my opinion.
Really?
Because he said the reason he voted against Chris is because he knew he was at the bottom in his alliance, so he wanted them to frame each other, and then he could climb up his own alliance's totem pole.
Yeah.
Which, if anything, you're making distrust in your alliance, so why is this going to allow your alliance to move forward in the future? Yeah. If anything, you're making a wedge in and it's an irreparable wedge because none of them are claiming to be the one that voted him out.
Yeah,
So
I think
this is a weird move, and I don't like it.
Yeah, you've kind of actually turned me around on it, because at first I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking smart, super smart, like, good on you. But now, like, that was just, like, the cursory look at it. But now, like, when you're starting to, like, get into the depths of it, I mean, thinking about it, like, usually when you throw out a hinky vote, it's to blame someone on the other side. Or, you know, like, to fuck with someone else. But, like, if you're trying to throw out the hinky vote to blame it on someone else in your alliance, like, you're just doing the dirty work for the other side at that point. Like, it doesn't... That logic doesn't fully flesh out. I think you're right.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, come clean about it. But then he's even telling Winston when he's nominating him that, hey, I just voted against you. That's
Which I thought was the best. That was
what?
the best. Well, he's going in. He's doubling down. You know, I thought that was a really funny, like, just to add that little bit of. I love that part. Did make me laugh. Yes.
So weird.
No, and so then, like, that was the beginning of the episode. Was pretty much like everyone trying to like fucking flesh out or figure out. I just keep saying flesh out for some reason. But
you got
like
a fleshlight over there.
flesh on the mind, yeah. But like they were trying to figure out who was the separate vote, and then I don't know who brought it up first, if it was Haley or Rockstar, but that was when the seed pretty much got planted. Like both of them were just like, he fucking tells us to wear the Swaggy C stuff. And then he fucking goes and votes again. Like, that's evil genius shit, you know?
Yeah.
And they're not wrong. I think that's a fucking amazing move. I think that's so funny.
I don't think it was an amazing move because his alliance doesn't trust him now. The people that he's up with, like the other alliance, level 6 doesn't trust him.
Yep.
He's really setting himself up to lose this game because of this move. I don't like it. You could have just said, yeah, guys, Swaggy was going down, and I'm not going down with the ship. That would have made more sense than what he did. I don't like it.
Yeah. No, again, you're right. This, entertainment-wise, I think this is a fucking beautiful move. But game-wise, I think this is kind of a wonky move. Because, like, if he didn't win HOH, he would have been fucked. He would have just been fucked.
Yeah, because his alliance doesn't like him, and
does not trust him. I agree. So then, like, what you have this conversation with, let's see, maybe Rockstar and Fessy, and like, was that what it was? Where she's like, yeah. She's like, I just had to ask you. I don't think it was you, but it was probably him, Scotty, and like, Fessy is so interesting in this episode, I think, because like this part you see Fessy say like, he's like, well, I don't know what's going on, I'm just shook, you know, and then he ends up in this episode, he has a conversation with Caitlyn, and like his conversation with Caitlyn is like, they're both just being like, oh well, I don't know, like they're Dumb and Dumber together, like they're both complete morons, and then like Fessy at the middle of this episode, like towards the end, like he's telling like JC how many people are in America, how many people are on the earth, where it's like, well, he's got some brains, what the fuck is happening? Like, to me it's just like, I don't know if he's smart or stupid. Like, it's like he's street smart or something. Like, it's one of those things, you know.
It's not really difficult to know how many people are on the earth when
I mean, like, if you think he's a fucking moron like I did, I didn't realize, I mean, like, I don't know, I guess you just underestimate some people for whatever. Yeah, you're right. But at the same time, JC fucking had no clue. 0.02%. Like, so
JC
then it's like,
is just comedic relief this whole season.
He's exactly. I like him for that reason. I think he's been hilarious. He really has been so funny in this show.
What I liked about this whole season so far is the editors, like when Caitlyn's like, I swear on my mom, I swear on my dad, I swear on my grandparents, and then it's like a picture.
The pigeon. That was awesome. Like, the editing, you're right. The editing, I would love to have a fucking, I would love to have like one of the editors on the show so badly. Because I think that was one of the best moments. The other moment today that was like easily my favorite this season for sure was like Brett going up there and misting Scotty, where
Oh,
like
let's talk about that. That's like the biggest strategic move. I didn't think, for one, I didn't think Brett had that ability. Two, I didn't think he'd ever like think to even try to pull a move on him, like going in preseason. Like he is like surprising the fuck out of everybody.
I agree.
And yeah, he's definitely my favorite bro, if you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great combo.
No, yeah, him his whole gimmick of like in the DR where he's like, I'm gonna hack Scotty's mind. That is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Like that is so funny to me. And he's still got that stupid ass mustache, and you know that DR and production's like, you can't shave that off for the rest of the week. Like you have to keep that, dude. Like sorry, now the diagram's been set. Like you can't do that. So like now he's going up there, he puts on his American flag hat, you know, and he fucking is just like, all right, here it is, bro. Like, like to me, that is so fucking funny. And he gives this impassioned speech, and there's the music behind him, like fucking, he's General Patton up in front of the fucking American flag, like, soldiers! Like, everything about that editing and that sequence was so fucking funny. I'm surprised that, like, Scotty played along with what production wanted him to, essentially, of being like, just say that, like, he misted you, or you know, like, unless Scotty really believes that he's that charismatic that he can fucking, you know, I'm curious to know how much like of that was real, of Scotty being like, oh yeah,
dude,
or if was that just his fucking like plan to be like, because at when he nominates him, he says like, you're just so charismatic, you're the charmingest motherfucker we've ever seen, you know, like was that just his way of like, oh well, he's that convincing, I'm gonna really play the convincing part of him up?
No.
You know, no. What do you think?
He was immediately when Brett left the room, he was like, oh my God, he like, is that what misting is? Yeah. He definitely like was reflecting on that convo right away. And it was like, he was trying to prevent Brett from getting in his head. Mm-hmm. And I think he 100% was like, dude, I'm being misted right now. I need to not let this happen. It was just,
well, and if
that's just what happened.
If Brett has the mist, it's like, I don't want to see that motherfucker go this week. You know?
No.
Like, I want him to stay so bad, it's insane. I really do. Like, I think
just
Brett
fuck my fantasy team up.
Well, I don't know. No. I mean, like, I'm not even looking at that part. But the thing is that it's like, Winston's a fucking, like, he's a flop, you know? Like, the only thing that's good about him is his paranoia. Like, I think that... I think it's so interesting because Winston operates on, like, the base animal instinct of, like, there's something in the fucking tall grass that's gonna fucking about to eat me. Like, he's just, you know, like, he's just constantly paranoid, you know? So, like, that makes for decent show, but, like, Brett is so, like, fucking easygoing surfer guy, you know, that, like, he's what creates, like, real entertaining on the live feed and the fucking, you know, on the show episodes. But again, like, when I'm watching live feeds, I can't watch either of them, so I'm just, I could be off, you know.
You could totally tell they're different personalities because right when Brett gets out of the DR, Winston pulls him aside and he's like, we need to talk now. And Brett's like, whoa, bro, slow the roll. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's so good.
You definitely have a favorite, and it's not Winston.
No shit. No, I think Brett, like, I have to give that dude nothing but credit. Like, he's the broest bro guy also, but, like, he's been entertaining. He owns it, and he's been entertaining as fuck. That dude's been playing, like, he's been playing up the whole thing, and people want to get pissed off, like, oh, like, he's obviously playing for America, or playing to the cameras, you know? But it's like, well, at least he's putting on a show. Like, can you fault the motherfucker for that? Like,
yeah.
You know, that's the thing that, like, give Brett some credit at least. Everyone hates the bros, but yeah.
I didn't like how when Scotty and Brett were talking in the DR or in the HOH room, and basically Brett is given his spiel, which was an amazing pitch, by the way, where he was trying to put it on Haley and Rockstar.
Yeah.
But I didn't like how they were like framing it like he's like a American soldier or whatever. Like they had like a Team America World Police music going
That
on.
was the best. So good.
And I was just like, what the fuck is this? Because he has an American hat on? I don't get it.
I mean, it's that like rally cry or like the rally call, you know, of like, oh, here we go. I thought that was the best part of this. I thought the editors did good. Like, I thought he fucking did good for pitching that. I thought like the tone of it was awesome. It was more like at his it was laughing at him more than with him. Yeah, but I guess I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought that whole segment was fucking hilarious. But yeah, this household is a Brett household. Me and my roommate are just all about Brett.
Everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else happened in this episode? I mean, do you want to maybe talk about Sam?
Let's talk about Sam.
Yeah. I mean, like, what we got from her was her pretty much explaining to Casey and Tyler the ins and outs of her award or her.
She is
power.
in a weird situation right now.
Absolutely.
Because, like, you could just not use it, and next week just, like, you know, intentionally throw the HOH because you're going to be saved no matter what.
Yeah.
And then, like, just chill out next week. Or you could be like, you could pay it forward, be like, one of the bros, you just left. You saved me. Here, let me save you now. Let me, like, do my job as, like, an Alliance member and save you. And then we could, like, ride this out even further. I feel like she should use it this week. She's got level 6 on her side, and the other Alliance is in shambles. I feel like this is a better week to use it, and nobody's going to evict her next week from her own Alliance. I think it would set her up good. And then if you're sitting next to Winston in the end, you just be like, this motherfucker wouldn't even be here.
Exactly. No, I think that's a good call, especially, like, you don't want to, like, have your power used against you. So it's like, this is a time where you know you can use it for you. You know, you could always go up on the block next week. But, like, the way that... I mean, like, if you keep more of your numbers around, you... Just odds-wise and percentage-wise, like, you're going to have a better percentage of number of people playing for HOH that will keep you around in the future. So, like, if you don't use it this week... Like, the odds are pretty much less because you have less people playing for HOH. I mean, still, it could be used on you, but at the same time... Yeah, exactly. So, like, you could go up on the block, and it could be used on you, which would be nice. But I think, yeah, you might not want to, like, leave that in the hands of fate, you know? Like, it's something that it's like, well, just, you know, use it now. But that's just because I know, like, what's going to happen this week. I want her to use it so bad.
I think drunk ass. Yeah, there was an amazing, like, opportunity here for her to use it and make a play and, like,
Big
Sky.
play.
Yeah. But it's risky because you don't want to be, like, you have a second life in the Big Brother house and you're going to use it for somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's not even jury time yet. Like, do you want to establish yourself as a huge player? Because her whole thing right now is she doesn't know what's going on.
Exactly.
She's just kind of here.
And
so
if she does make this, yeah, exactly. That's a great call. If she does make this move, it's gonna be one of those things where, you know, like, oh yeah, now you could have just sat back and looked pretty. Like, now you're fucking in the mix of things. Well, your ass is going up next. Like, you're on the fucking target list.
Yeah.
I think you're right. A better play is for her just to let the, like, wind time out and be like, well, I don't have a choice. Like, it has to get played right now. Doesn't matter, you know? Like, I don't even understand the power, you know? Like, that, like, she should just keep on playing that up of, like, I just don't even understand what's going on. You know, like, why not? Because she is that, like, she's ignorant about the game. She's, like, asking people, like, what do I do? I think it's smart. I think I think Tyler might get into her ear, though.
Yeah, I think she should use it. But this might fuck up a lot of things for her long term.
Yep.
I don't know, but it could set her up for a long term. There's this is like the shit that would be going on in my head if I was in the house. But by the way, speaking of what you just said, of people saying, "Oh, I don't even know what to do," that's really fucking getting under my skin.
Oh,
like it's a huge paper cut for me.
I gotta get that. I gotta get that animation. Paper cuts.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I don't know what I should be doing. Is this how I HOH? Oh, what am I?"
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, go fuck yourself, man. You're like 30 days in almost.
Yeah, they've been there for a while now.
Yeah, you know how to fucking play the game. You've campaigned to stay alive, so you know how it works.
Everyone wants to use that as an excuse, like, oh, like I didn't know that you have to nominate someone. Like, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm the HOH. I gotta nominate somebody. What?
I didn't know that. I mean, I fell into it ass backwards.
Week
like,
4.
you guys can't blame me for this. You know?
Shit.
Yeah, I definitely see that a lot. Fessy's another one where it's like, Fessy, like, he's fucking clueless. He's fucking just like it's like he plays that where he's just like, I mean, like, I don't know what's going on. Where it's like, dude, everyone's lying. Just fucking like figure it out, you know? Like, just roll with it because everyone's lying, dude. Like every time he's just like, I got blindsided week 1, week 2, it just seems like he's constantly getting blindsided. Like, dude, like, okay, well then expect the blindside next time. Fucking steer into that. I don't know.
He's kind of had like a rough.
He's had a rough go of it. Absolutely.
And then if Sam uses the power, he's like, oh, we're finally getting one of them out. He'll just like throw his hands up, and be like, what the fuck is this shit?
That's so funny. Yeah, he's. Holy shit! Thank you so much, Blackest. Donating for charity. That's going to charity. Thank you so much, Blackest. Write that off on your charities, on your taxes. I mean, yeah, Fessy. I don't know. I don't know what to say about him.
Damn, Blackest.
Yes, that's ridiculous. Let's see what else really happened in this one. We got the apps. You want to talk about a little bit about the apps, or?
Yes. I like the apps.
Shit. I'm kind of annoyed that, like, I'm guessing we won't ever get to hear what those other 2 apps were. For the
I'm pretty confident redraw is the veto thing.
Veto pick?
Yeah, but upgrade wasn't upgrade. I'm pretty sure upgrade was the one that wasn't chosen, and it's like changed the veto to be a diamond power veto or boomerang veto or something like that.
Yes, one of those veto types. I mean, I could see that for sure. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about the crap app?
The crap app is awful.
You think? What's bad about it?
Everything about it. Like, how big is that book? Let me see. Let me Google that. How long?
Well, it's not a fucking pamphlet, that's for sure. It's a...
Yeah.
But, like, what is...
200-page book from William Shakespeare.
Oh, 200 pages? Yawn. I mean, like, that's easy. You'd be able to smoke through that.
Yeah, but you have to do that the whole time they're having you...
In my...
read.
Read?
It's gonna take her like 2 weeks to do this.
Does she have to read the full entire book?
Yes, the full book.
That's
and she can only read. Yeah, she can only read when she's dressed up like Shakespeare.
Not a punishment. This is not a punishment. This reminds me of when Ian got the dog costume and he had to sit in the backyard, where it's like, oh, you have to like he had his little dog pound. And, like, yeah, he had to sleep in the backyard at night. And it's like, that's not a punishment. That's fucking awesome, like, summer camp cool shit, you know? Like, this one, oh, you have to read a book. Like, in the Big Brother house where you can't have books.
A Shakespeare book.
Oh, no, not the fucking bard of all time, you know? Like,
dude, this is awful.
It'd be, to me, I was like, fuck, you get to read something that's not the Bible or not a holy text. Like, that sounds like the greatest thing ever. And then you get to play a character about it. And then you get to, like, you get to be entertainment for all the other house guests. Like, to me, not one piece of this is fucking a punishment. I think this is, like, one of the coolest things ever. I'd be so happy to have this. Plus, you get a badass costume that you get to bring home. Fuck yes. I thought this was awesome. I'm so jealous.
Dude, I am completely against you on this one. This one is shitty. I'd rather have what Rachel had, where somebody's yelling in the house, than having to fucking get up, get dressed, do the whole thing for as long as they want you to do it. And you know they're gonna fucking do it in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem is the middle of the night thing, where it's like, yeah, that would suck, but like at the same time, like, I don't know, you can always frame it in your head better, where it's like, well, I'm working on my public speech, I'm working on my public reading. I don't know, like, to me, it's just like, well, and then you have the idea in your head of, like, the whole Hamlet novel, or, you know, like, you could retell the story, like, oh yeah, so Hamlet's whoop ass, actually, you know, it's about, I don't know exactly. He kills a bunch of people. People get killed. It's a bloodbath, I'm pretty sure. It seems whoop ass. It's the same reason I read the Bible too. Just a fucking bloodbath. It's great.
You did? While you were in the house?
Yeah. Like, I brought in a Bible. I'm not a religious person. I love religion, but not a religious person. But yeah, I fucking made it a good deal through the Bible. Like, I was pretty far into it. But like, that was the thing where like the whole time I was just like, man, this book is gnarly. Like, there's some crazy-ass shit in this book. You know, Balaam's donkey. Man. Like, I learned so many stories that I was just like, these are nuts. No, the Bible is fucking whoop-ass. I thought it was, like, it's a great read, man. Like, it's like the Die Hard of the biblical times.
Dude, you didn't even get through the whole fucking Bible when you're in the house with nothing to do.
Well... Like, there's
so don't even
say. I was just like, man, this is getting shit. Well, Deuteronomy, I think, is just like all like names of people. It's like, man, this sucks. Like, I glanced it over and I was like, all right, I think I can skip this one. I don't know. No, but yeah, I didn't get to New Testament. It's good though. Like, that's something like reading in the house is fucking so pleasurable. Like, that's the only sort of entertainment you have, you know, without talking to some other fucker that's gonna tell you some stories about some bullshit
that you've already heard.
Holy shit, Blackest. Thank you so much. Oh my god, $100 for charity. Holy fucking
shit. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Breaking the bank.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Blackest. That means so much. That's gonna really, really help. Thank you. Let's see, what else did we let's see, then let's talk about the power apps. We talked about what the other ones could be. What do you think about Bailey getting that power app?
I'm surprised Bailey got it.
Yeah?
Bailey?
You have not been on Twitter, have you?
No.
Yeah, that's the... Like, Twitter is, like, diehard Bailey. Everything Bailey.
Oh,
like,
okay, great.
I made the funniest... I thought it was the funniest tweet I've ever had. With an ego.
Well, yeah, right? She's going to be like Queen Danny. Oh.
Queen Danny, the shade. No, one of my, I think my funniest tweet this year at least was like, so do you know how like the voting system worked?
You just had to talk about Bailey.
Well, like whatever the vote, yeah. So like that was what they realized is that anytime you put down someone's name, even if it was something positive, even if it was something negative, that accumulated to trending, even if it was negative. So like everyone was like, just put Bailey down for everything, even the negative ones. So then I went on Twitter, and I was like, y'all, like, if you want Caitlyn to get the crap app, make sure you put her down for every negative question. And people were pissed. Like, they were so fucking pissed off. Shut up, everything Bailey. Like, they were livid. But I was like, I thought it was the funniest shit I've ever come up with. People were so upset. I blocked so many people that day. Great day. But to be honest, I'm glad that Bailey got it. I think that's good. That gives a little bit more power to her side, because I just don't want her side to get wiped out like that. Yeah, I think it's good for them. I don't think her what do you think of her power overall? Like, explain her power a little bit, and then tell me what you think about. You think?
Oh yeah.
All right, go, explain it to the fans, to the people.
She gets the opportunity. So once somebody else is HOH, like Winston or something, and she could just change the nomination. So when he walks up to the nomination booth, fucking puts down the two, like flips the key, it's going to pop up her nomination, and he's going to be like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, no,
It's
no, no. It's
yes,
no, no. It's not that necessarily. Like the HOH finds out like maybe what 20 minutes before the actual nomination.
about what?
They like the HOH will tell Diary Room their nominations and be like, "This is who I'm nominating. This
Yeah,
is why." They'll do their whatever key fucking spiel they do now, but
yeah,
at that point, once she locks in her noms, the Diary Room will be like, no, okay, so like a power's been used. This power gets to change whatever your nominations are.
you think so? I think it's going to
Well,
surprise even the HOH. The HOH is going
I
to turn the
would
key, and
pray
he's going to be
to
like, "Why the
Christ.
hell is Brett there?"
I would pray to God that that's what happens, but like from everything I saw on Twitter, everyone made it seem like they will have some sort of notification of it before.
Oh,
To a degree. But that would be the most awesome fucking reveal ever, where it's like,
yeah.
I know I put my key in for whatever, Scotty, you know, and then boom, you turn it, and it's just like, yeah, whatever it may be. Like, I think that's such an awesome idea. They should do that, but I don't think that's what it's going to be. Because
and then
that is
nobody,
overpowered, too.
and then nobody says like that there was a power used, and then everybody thinks that he's turning on his own alliance and shit. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome
No,
and
exactly.
overpowered.
Yeah. Well, and I think like you have to be able to be like, well, it wasn't my choice. I don't know all the ins and outs of this like power, but like when I first read it or first heard about it, I was like, I don't think this is overpowered that much. Like it's just the nomination. It's only one of the people, right? Or is it both people?
It's both people.
It is both people, but it's only
Yeah.
the nomination. Like it's not for veto. You
Yeah.
can't like fuck around on veto. I don't know. I don't think it's too OP. But the only part of it that I do think is OP, OP means overpowered to the non-video gamers in the chat. Oh, I think
Yeah.
like the thing that does make it OP is up to 8 people left, because like
Yeah.
from where
That's so many.
that's so many. From 16 to 8 is the longest part of
Yeah.
the game. Once you get to 8 to 1, that part of the game goes fucking quicker than shit. Like, Amanda left the house on... She was number 7 to leave the house. Like, that part of the game happens so much later. She left on, like, what, day 57? Something like that? Like, to me, it's just like, there's so much more game to be played, and she's got a fucking really, really nice power pocketed, you know? I don't think it's overpowered. We'll see, but I like the power. I don't think it's anything too ridiculous though.
Who has the most overpowered power then between the three? Tyler, Bailey, and Sam. Who do you think picked the best, and all of a sudden they have the most OP thing that could possibly be in that house?
Well, I mean, Tyler's got backdoor breaker. That's what we should call that one.
Yeah.
He can never get backdoored as long as he fucking sees it coming. Sam's got get out of eviction free card. Not free. Get out of eviction at a cost card. I
Yeah.
like, now that I'm thinking about these these powers, they're kind of cool actually, because each of them like highlight a different power or like a different part of the game. You know, like there's like the eviction power, there's the veto power, and there's a nomination power. I don't know. I don't know which one's more overpowered. Like, dude, at first you have to think about, is veto more overpowered than just nominations? You know, like, because if you get veto, you're guaranteed to never go home, no matter what. So then
I feel like nominations are more important because you could just redraw and then, or you could just get picked for veto, win the veto, and now, even though it's your HOH, you lose one of your friends.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like the longer it goes, how many evictions does Tyler's have to go through?
I think 8 as well.
Eight as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I think his might be the most powerful, just because it's like almost an auto veto.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like he just has to sit on that couch, and like he doesn't even need a veto. He's good, right? Is that what his power was?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not just for veto; it's for noms.
It's for noms as well, but like you would never use it at noms, and anyone that did, moron, right? Like what a waste. Because then you just get re-nommed and the veto plays. I don't know. I feel like I'm losing the idea of all these. I don't know exactly. Like I don't know the ins and outs of these motherfucking powers.
Julie.
Oh hell yeah, Julie. Do you think that production will stop them from using them all in the same week? No. I bet they would love that. I bet they would just love that shit. Or it's just like, oh fuck, like, oh you twist the key, fucking turn it back, all sorts of like it'd be the greatest story to tell. Production's looking for a narrative that they can latch onto and be like, oh, here's the narrative. Like everything's twisting up, Tyler's making the moves, you know, whatever the fuck. Like they're looking for that kind of shit. Like that'll get them Emmys.
I like this twist better than every twist in the last 5 years.
Amen. Like, including my MVP bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, MVP was garbage. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Like, all the battle block, or battle back, or wait, what was it,
Thanks, drunk ass.
The Battle of the Block?
Yeah.
What was that called? And then, yeah, that was dog shit. All that was dog shit. They used that for 2 years, 16, 17, 18. I don't even remember their twist. No, I
18, thought they had the stowaway house guests.
Oh yeah.
And then they were in teams for a bit.
Yeah, not great. No, I think you're right. I think this actually was like one of the most. This was one of the better. Twists, like set of twists, you know. Like great punishments. This is the fun stuff. I like this stuff. They should just have more of these punishments. What do you think about have-nots?
I don't know shit about the have-nots. What happened?
I mean, we haven't seen any of the have-nots on the episode. Essentially, what happens is everyone's like, "All right, so who is anyone gonna volunteer for have-nots?" And then everyone's being like, "I'll volunteer for have-nots." Everyone's been volunteering.
Yeah.
So like,
is it still going on?
Well, yeah, have-nots are still going, but like, is have-nots a good thing? Like, what do you think about like if everyone's volunteering? I see this sentiment on Twitter, is like, get rid of it if everyone's volunteering for it. There's no game in that. What the fuck, like, you know, if you're in HOH, you want to be fucking ruthless and be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know? But if everyone's volunteering.
People can volunteer, and the HOH says, no, fuck that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right?
Yeah, of course, but at the same time...
Yeah, so like, Scotty could be like, you know what? I know that Fessy said he'll volunteer again, but guess what?
You've never seen anyone be that callous or that fucking, like, cold.
Nobody would.
On the season, then why would you do it?
Because it's... like, what are they going to just fucking change the bedroom back to the way it was? No.
No, I mean, like...
And slop is part of the game. It's a staple of the game. Why would you remove that?
Pick different ways. There's different ways to pick that. Or not, like, it's lazy to just be like, all right, HOH, you get to pick. That's lazy. I think, like...
So you want them to have a food comp? Yeah.
A food comp. Yeah, fuck it. Like, I want them to have food comp where they have to fucking get some bacon, lettuce, tomato, or whatever the fuck. You know, like, I think that stuff was way better.
And then do stuff for Wendy's and
fuck it, I'll take it. Like, I saw on this episode, chicken and a biscuit. I love chicken and a biscuit, but, like, my God. I mean, let's not disparage chicken and biscuit. Let's not get crazy here. But I definitely saw that advertisement, and they should just have a chicken and a biscuit competition. Who can eat the most?
I want to bring it back to Big Brother strategy.
I want to talk more about chicken and a biscuit. God damn it.
So What do you think of Scotty's 2 questions where he's basically like, I'm going to ask them all the same 2 questions, but I'm going to put Brett and Winston up. And it was about Steve. Why did Steve leave?
Yeah.
And who are you most afraid of? Do you think this is a good strategy? Because he wasn't really even listening to anybody. And you could tell when you're not really being listened to in the house, like you're being brushed by.
Absolutely.
Like, do you think it was a good strategy for him to go in like that? Basically, like what Tim did with the gummy bears, but not really. Is close enough, but...
yeah, I'm gonna definitely suck my own dick right here. Because I definitely think that I definitely did this on my first HOH, where I was pretty much like, well, I don't know anyone, so come up and tell me who exactly...
You were week 1, though.
Yeah, week 1, of course, but, like, I think it's the same premise, essentially, of, like, I was pretty much like, well, tell me who you want to nominate. And so, like, everyone came up and was like, I want to nominate Alyssa or whatever. And then, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm making a tally of it. Sure am. And then I was like, oh, yeah, the tally came up, Candace and Jesse, you know, like, so, like I definitely, I'm not going to say I paved no ways. No, I just think, like, I definitely want to suck my own dick because it's like, that was my exact strategy. Because that gets no blood on your hands as an HOH. Like, no one gets to, like, really compare notes, you know? Like, even if you talk to everyone in the house, I mean, that's the only way is if you talk to everyone.
And then somebody's lying, which always happens.
I mean, yeah,
be
exactly.
Like, yeah, I never said your name. He'd be like, you motherfucker, you said my name. I know it.
Yeah, no, shit. Where it's like, it always gives you the benefit of the doubt. Like, the plausible deniability of that strategy is fucking the best part of it, essentially. You know, like... You can always be like, oh, what do you mean? Like, everyone else told me this. Like, whatever they're telling you is a lie. I thought it was fucking brilliant. That's the game plan. And I think that's going to be a strategy that's more utilized as we go on in more seasons, I guess. Just because, like, it doesn't matter what you say. You just tell everyone that that's what everyone said. I don't know. Like, you're the
this is basically Scotty, like, oh, the house told me what they wanted.
Exactly, yep. And like, who's gonna deny that? Like, no, they didn't. Oh yeah, well, you're on the block then, fuckhead. Like, you know, like, no matter what, you control the power. You hold the cards. It's very manipulative and it's very like, fascist. It's awesome. It's great. It's like the best. It's the best move to do. I don't know. I loved it. Like, when I saw that, I was like, good job. Like, that's how you play this motherfucking game.
What do you think of Sam blowing up Winston's cover?
That was amazing. Like, what is she supposed to do? She can't fucking, like, she isn't supposed to know whose game she can't blow up. But at the same time, it's like, Sam, you could have realized you're dumb. I don't know. Like,
I feel like this is Winston's fault.
Yeah, it is 100%.
It looked like Sam was in PJs. Like, it's not like he brought Sam up right away and was grilling Sam.
No.
There's plenty of time for you to talk to Sam. There's fucking 14 of you in the house.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No one's gonna fucking log that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and the goal is for Sam is really just for her not to be nominated, and it's not like she should be keeping track of Winston's lies because she wasn't even there when he was lying. Like, or how is she supposed to, like, guess that Winston is lying about this thing? Like, she covered up Brett real nice. She's like, no, I said Winston. I know for a fact Winston kept me safe. So, yeah. And then Winston goes back into the HOH and is like, yeah, I lied to Sam about this.
Do you think that was a bad move?
No, I thought it was a fine move. I thought it was like at
that
point you're already at that point you're already deep. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the execution of it was poor because he comes in, he's like, "What's up, Scotty? Oh, I lied to Sam earlier." It was like the second thing, and Scotty's like, "Oh, okay, I know exactly why you came in here." It was just. Like, he could have, like, been a little bit more clever. He's just too paranoid, and
he's
has to keep...
motherfucker. Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. it wasn't Sam's game to fucking keep his fucking lies afloat. He could have immediately, when you know, they show that little cutaway of him being like, oh no, like I 100% voted for Steve, which is probably what I would do too. It was just like look him in the eyes and lie to him. But then at that point, like at a certain point, you have to cut your fucking losses and go up there and fucking like be like, well, you know, I don't want to be the liar. Like, I did it because I didn't want to hurt my team. Like, whatever the fuck lie you come up with. But, like, you have to go up there and go lie a different way. You have to admit it, but lie some way else. Especially if Sam, like, Sam fucking sold you out. Yeah. You can't double down. Double down is always a big mistake. I don't know. I give him props for trying, though. I thought it was a valiant effort of thinking of all this shit, but I don't know. It was so dumb. Move. It was a decent try, but I don't know. Lil Pink donated 50. Holy fuck.
Shit, man.
This is the charity stream right here. Who is right, baby? We're making that money for the kids and the donations.
Thank you, Lil Pink.
Thank you so much, Lil Pink. I appreciate it.
How much more do you need?
At this point, I don't know. We have 200 that we just made tonight, which is insanity. So I think
how much do you need for your event now?
I think we might be right now at 40 or 400. I'm sorry, 400. But also, I'm doing TV Party app where I'm streaming during the episodes. I'm doing like commentary. I'm bullshitting. I'm like making a little bit of money off of that, and then TV Party app, their higher up said that any money I make during it, they'll match that amount. So
that's so nice.
Yeah. So exactly. So I'm making a little bit of money. I don't know what that amount is gonna come to eventually. Thank you so much, Lil Pink. We're gonna get there. We'll get there. I appreciate everyone. Again, write it off on your taxes.
So what is this announcement?
All right, are we ready? Or is this is the end?
Yeah, we've been going for about 45, 50 minutes.
Exactly, we're at 47. So I saw that I saw that Steve followed me, and I was like, okay, hell yeah, Steve. So I sent him a message, and I was like, hey, dude, like, you want to do our show? Like, what's up? You know. So Steve sends me back, like, oh yeah, the Big Brother handler, she says that I need to contact her to do any show, which I'm like, well, fuck, like, literally, we've been approved since season 16, On the Block's been approved every year, and I was like, well, just give me her contact, Steve, like, I'll talk to her. And Steve's like, well, I don't have her contact information. Like, I think you can find it online. I was like, well, all right. Well, we're not having Steve on the show. Fuck it. You know, like, no, I want to have Steve on the show. Fucking please. But, yeah. I don't know how to get her contact info. But
I'll figure it out.
The better announcement is I fucking, I sent a message, I tweeted to Swaggy C. I was like, hey, dude, thank you for shouting me out in Ika's interview. If you ever want to come on and talk some Big Brother with me and Cameron, we'd love to have you. And he sounded like, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm down for sure. And then I sent him a DM and was like, do you want to do Thursday Wednesday or Thursday? And he's like, oh, I'm in. And I was like, well, I'll hit you up tomorrow with a little bit more details. I don't know what day you would like to do it. But he's in, so I think we'll definitely have Swaggy on the episode this week, I believe.
Sweet, man.
I also think he doesn't give a fuck about production being like, which is the smartest thing to do. Like,
they never followed up with me on any. Like,
they don't care. They don't care, to be honest. Like, I'm not Evil Dick's show. Like, they're pretty much, if you're like, I'm going on Evil Dick's show, they're gonna be like, no, you're not, because Evil Dick. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, so I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go, Swaggy C. So we will have Swaggy C on the episode eventually, hopefully.
Perfect.
No promises, but he did say that he wanted to. So I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be really fun. Yeah.
This is exciting, man.
Yeah, it's an announcement. It's good.
I get to tell him that he let me down and he was in my draft, like he's heard probably 1,000 times.
Yeah, no shit. I was gonna say, well, yeah. What did I tell you about the worst statement that you can ever say? But also, like,
Yeah.
I still always want to say that to people, where it's like, I had you in my draft. Like, it's half a good statement and half a bad statement. It's like
I saw potential.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you let me down.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good question to ask people, or a good statement to say to people, because like all about how they react to it. You know, some people will be like, I'm usually like, well, how much do I owe you? Like, you know, like do I have to pay back whatever debts you incurred because of me? Like, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully
Sweet.
Swaggy C eventually.
We
Yeah,
are
so
going
also
to have to try and get a roundtable with all the pre-jurors.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So I'll try and talk to whoever it is at production.
Yeah, just like
send me that. Send me that thing that Steve sent you, and then I'll figure it out.
Okay, but yeah, that's yeah. I mean, again, like my biggest problem right now is that I'm fucking dealing with. I'm doing a car show at my gas station. I'm trying to raise money for this charity, and it's like I just don't have much time to devote to Big Brother stuff. So that's why I've been not doing the cuts, your paper cuts, and I haven't been doing So
that's
like
fine.
I'm stressed. But my birthday's on Saturday.
What? Your birthday's this Saturday?
This Saturday. So,
Dude, that's the same as my brother's.
Really?
July 21st?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. That's
I'm
good
drinking
people.
for 2 now.
Yeah. Good people. Okay. But yes. I just want to say that. So if you want to give me a present, everyone that's in the chat, the present you can give me is a donation to the charity. That'd be fucking amazing. I'm doing a topless car wash, says Johnny DeMello. Hell yeah, baby. Titties out. Oh, and I get the fattest. What else do we have? Does anyone have any questions? I don't think we, I think let's just, I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm too drunk. We've already made $200 tonight. Let's not push our luck here.
Yeah.
Be party time. Mick tits. All right, we'll see you guys in real life gas station. We might be do that. Yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday. We'll do some more Big Brother action content. You guys can catch me at TV Party app on Wednesday and Thursday. Every single time, nice, little one center. Every time the episode's going on, I'm gonna be doing a live stream during the episode to raise money for the charity. So catch me at TV Party app during the episodes. Also, on top of that, BMX TV for all your like watching live feeds needs, all that stuff. Like great chat, great community, fucking the best. BMX.TV. If you like the updates of like daily what's happenings, you miss a bunch of stuff, go to hamsterwatch.com. She's snarky, she's fucking funny. She also has like just all the updates of what happened in the house. It's the place to be. Go check out hamsterwatch.tv or hamsterwatch.com, sorry. And that's pretty much what my plugs are. Cameron, what do you got to plug?
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at CameronHerd210. And Lil Pink just one up me. God damn it.
She got you. She got you. Them 3 bits. Is that it? You got it?
That's it. That's
all
it.
Right.
It's fine.
Well, I think we've talked everything we can about Big Brother. There's nothing else left to cover. So we'll see you guys next time on the block. Bye-bye.